not what? Depart from it. I've told you before what the word training means. Training simply means doing all it takes to get that child into what we call right positioning, right thinking, right alignment. Doing all it takes, even if it means what? Flogging the child. What did the Bible say? Foolishness is bound in the what? In the heart of child, but the rod of correction will what? Will drive it far. That's what training means. Doing all it takes to get that child into right positioning. Why did God have to change his mind concerning Eli? Eli didn't really did all it takes to get his children into what? Right positioning. And he lost his children. He lost the priesthood. The both children what? They died in one day. He also lost the priesthood. God didn't want them to continue with him again. He didn't just spoke to the children, he spoke to them. But God was expecting him to take personal responsibility for the matter. Doing all it takes. That's what training implies. If those children were already adults, he could have stripped them of certain benefits. It's his word. So as parents, we must be willing to use all forms of correction. That's what training means. Doing all you can to get that child into right position. Doing what? All you can, whether it involves flogging the child, whatsoever you have to do. And like I've established before, training begins with you as the parent. The most effective way it has been discovered to train people is by you being the message yourself. Is by you being the example you want to see in them. Is by you being the future, the character you want to see in them. That is one of the most effective way. I told you 90% of what we learn is based on what we see, and it works with children so fast. They will end up hearing what you said, but they will do what you do. If those of you want them to imbibe the culture of reading, but you are always on your phone watching film expressly. But go and read your book, you're a child, you're supposed to read your book, and you are busy watching film. That's a contradiction. It makes them mad. That is what we call exasperation in the Bible. When the Bible says, parents, do not provoke your children to wrath. That's one of the things that causes provocation. I think I've taught about the disciplines of parenthood in one of my teachings in the past. That's one of the things that causes provocation, inconsistency in your living. You are telling the child, go and read the book, go and read the book. But you are busy there watching telenovelas. Paloma Diego. The child becomes confused. I can't just get it. How do you tell me to go and read the book and she's busy watching? It can't work. I tell you the truth. As a matter of fact, when you drive me away, we just pick the book and be looking. His mind is on the film. Are you getting it? If you want them to imbibe the culture of reading, you too must be a what? A reader. If not, if we continue like that, they will imbibe the culture of watching movies every time. You see, it is not bad to watch movies, but many of all these legal sensualities, that is what have damaged a lot of us. No restriction. So you must by all means be an example, like the Father is. Jesus was not that is the way, you can follow that way, you are going to get there. Calling the children together, that this is what you need to do to succeed. No, leave the principle. Let them learn it by watching you do it to succeed. Peter was amazed when he saw Jesus walking on water. There was no class, there was no session Jesus had with the disciples whereby he told them, for you to walk on water, you need to pray certain prayer, you need to position yourself certain way, walk certain. No, Peter saw Jesus doing, and then he said, Master, tell me to come, and I'm going to come. Many of us, we are just about showing them, giving them the theory. This is what you need to do. This is what. No, enter into the water and walk. Let them see you and say, I want to be like my dad. Are you getting it? That is how you earn respect from them. Be the message. That's the most effective way. See, Jesus, he didn't say the words that I say. He said the works. W-O-R-K-S. The works that I do shall ye what? Do also. Very simple. Works is what defines a man. You cannot be remembered for what you didn't do, and that's the message of legacy. Very powerful. You cannot be remembered for what you didn't do. If you want to build a legacy, you must be involved in what? Doing good works. It's as simple as that. So it causes frustration. That's the meaning of exasperation. Let there be consistency in your words and your deeds. Let every one of them align together. That's one of the most effective ways to affect their lives. Let's pay attention to that. So we must be willing to use all forms of correction at our disposal to secure moral boundaries within the context of the family. Proverbs 19:18.